Hey guys, what's up? British Shinobi here, another video, and in this video I want to show off some DS pickups that I'd recently gotten. And since there are a lot of different DS games, I'm going to be just keeping it nice and short, telling you what genre of game they are. I might stop on one or two that I really like, but mostly it's going to be really quick for you guys. So let's get into it. First off, we have Star Fox Command. Now these are all complete, by the way. So, Star Fox Command is basically Star Fox on the Super Nintendo, but for the DS and with different story and stuff. We have Rune Factory, which is really like, it's really like Harvest Moon, but there's also some RPG elements in it as well, so it's pretty cool. We have Tetris DS, which is Tetris, but it has some really cool things in it, so it's pretty neat. We got Harvest Moon, which is a Harvest Moon game. And I went to my local video game store and I got a copy of Plants vs. Zombies on the DS because it was pretty cool. And I paid about retail for it, so I didn't get a good deal on it. But afterwards, I went to a Target and I saw that they had a sealed copy for $6. So I picked that up. It is sealed, it's got the slipcover and everything. And then I went to another one and I saw another sealed copy for $4. So the game that I paid a lot of money for ended up being like really cheap to get on discount, on sale and stuff. So that was really cool to see. I have 3 copies of it now. So I guess I am a fan of Plants vs. Zombies. We have Mario Hoops 3 on 3, which is Mario Basketball. We have Kirby Superstar Ultra, which is basically a whole bunch of different mini-games within the Kirby universe. There are some like regular Kirby games, but there's also some mini games that you can play in with friends or by yourself, so that's pretty cool. Now here we have a game, it's called Retro Game Challenge, and this game is a masterpiece, in my opinion. Basically, you go through different retro video games, ranging from Famicom games to games that have not been released for anything, and you do little challenges or missions for them, and after you've done all of the challenges, then you can go into a free play mode and play the game. So after you've beaten all of the challenges on all of the games inside of this DS game, you can go and you basically have a library of old games that you can play that are really awesome, ranging from shoot-'em-ups to kind of like platforming games to RPGs. All of this other really cool stuff you can have in just one game. So this is a game that I have put a lot of hours into. I really enjoy it. It's really awesome. Right here we have the Wild West, which is kind of like a top-down shoot-'em-up like Gunsmoke, so it's pretty decent. We have Tokyo Beatdown from Atlas, which is sealed, and this is a beat-'em-up game. It's really cool. I would definitely recommend you to check it out. It's a really awesome game. We have Super Princess Peach, which is kind of a platformer like Mario, except you play as Peach. We have Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, which is kind of a hack-and-slash beat-'em-up, but you can move around, but it's kind of chooses where you go. So this is a pretty fun game. We have Godzilla Unleashed Double Smash, which is a left-to-right shoot-'em-up, beat-'em-up, all these different things, because you can get into other creatures that shoot, but mainly you can hit and use Godzilla's mouth blaster, or whatever it's called. So this is a really awesome game, so definitely check it out. We have Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, which is a Legend of Zelda game. There's not much else to say about it. We have some games in a series. I don't know if these are like games in a series by themselves or they're standalone games. We have Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, and Castlevania Order of Ecclesia. And these are Castlevania games, kind of like a beat-em-up, side-scrolling game. So these are definitely really cool. I'm going to have to play these and see how I like them. We have Legend of Kage 2 sealed. This is a really fun left to right. It's not necessarily left to right, but that's the main way that you go. Like hack and slash game. This is a really awesome game. That's the sequel to the one on the NES, so definitely check this out. We have Space Invaders Extreme, which is Space Invaders on a DS that you can play with different upgrades and all these other things, so definitely something to check out. We have a really interesting game that I don't feel like I can do justice by talking about it, but it's called Little Red Riding Hood Zombie Barbecue. Basically, it's a top-down shoot 'em up. You shoot guns at zombies, but it's not limited to shooting guns. So this is a really awesome game. I would definitely recommend looking at some gameplay footage because it cannot do justice with just words. This is a definitely amazing game that you should all check out. Right here we have Heroes Saga Leviathan Tactics. And this is an RPG. It's a generic RPG, like a regular RPG, I shouldn't say generic, but it also has some strategy RPG elements in it as well. So this is a pretty cool game. Up next we have Final Fantasy The Four Heroes of Light, which is a regular RPG as well. We have Fossil Fighters, which is kind of an RPG. Basically, you dig up fossils, and you revive them, and you do battle with them. So it's kind of like Pokemon, but at the same time, it's not, because there's more features in it and other things. So this is definitely a cool game that I'd recommend you guys to check out. We have Summon Night Twin Age, which is a real-time RPG, action RPG, really awesome game. Definitely would recommend picking this one up if you see it for a good price. We have Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth Remix, and this is a strategy RPG, pretty decent gameplay. I enjoyed playing it a little bit, watching reviews and other things. We have Dragon Quest VI, or 6, Realms of Revelation, and this is a Dragon Warrior game on the DS. I enjoy these Dragon Warrior DS games. They're pretty neat. We have Lunar Knights, which is an action RPG, pretty decent gameplay. Definitely check it out if you're interested in it. We have Rondo of Swords, which is a strategy RPG. Sorry about that. And it's pretty cool, so definitely check it out. I am not the biggest fan of strategy RPGs. Action RPGs are more of my thing, but this was a fun game to play, so definitely check it out. We have Magical Star Sign, which is a regular RPG. It's not like a strategy or an action. It's just a regular, good old-fashioned RPG. So this is a really cheap RPG if you're looking for something good and quick to pop in that's not going to make you break the bank, then definitely check this out. We have Children of Mana, which is an action RPG that definitely reminded me of Illusions of Gaia and Terranigma, for that fact. So definitely check this game out. It is really fun. We have Final Fantasy Echoes of Time, which is an action RPG, which is actually a really cool action RPG. It uses the 3D polygon graphics, so it's not one of my favorite kinds of RPGs, but it's still a really nice game. We have Okamiden, which is hard to explain. It's almost an action RPG, except there's no leveling. You just get new skills as you progress through the game. Okamiden is a game that it has amazing art styles. The gameplay is really good. The culture inside of the game is really awesome. The story overall is really nice. Definitely check out Okamiden and Okami on the Wii if you're interested in what I've said. Definitely look up some gameplay because this is a very awesome game. Let's see, we have Valkyrie Profile, Covenant of the Plume. And this game is a little different in the Valkyrie Profile series because you do not play as the Valkyrie. You are someone who is hunting the Valkyrie, as depicted right there, if I'm not mistaken. And so this is a really cool RPG. Definitely check this one out. Strategy RPG. Again, not one of my favorite kinds, but a really cool RPG style that I can enjoy. Let's see, we have Spectral Force Genesis, and this is a weird game. It's like a war simulation real-time strategy RPG, so it's really unique and interesting. Definitely look up some gameplay on this. I would recommend playing this game. It's really unusual and interesting how the RPG goes and how it works. And last off, we have Knights in the Nightmare. And Knights in the Nightmare is a strategy RPG, a lot of strategy RPGs. And this is actually a really fun game. It like kind of goes off of the path. And if you're looking for a system that has games that go off the path the way that normal things are, normal games like the regular thing that they do, definitely look at the DS, because there are a lot of games that go off what's normal on what game standards are. This is one of those games. The strategy RPG style is it's really unique and interesting. So definitely check out some gameplay. And that's all I have. I hope I could show you some really cool games that you didn't know existed that you might want to get. But this is Retro Shinobi, signing out.